This morning, Mendoza officially announced his eligibility for the 2026 NFL Draft, and he joins us right now. Fernando Mendoza, congratulations. Welcome.
Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
No, thank you for joining us. I know you have a lot going on, but let's talk about that announcement, though. You are entering the draft. You could have returned back to college, which now is very lucrative, and on top of that, you are a winner with another chance to win. Why enter the draft now?
Yeah, like you said, who knows? NIL nowadays is crazy. You can probably get a couple, cool NIL deals in the college town.
Yeah.
And kids are actually, funny enough, some of them are making more staying in college than going to the NFL.
Yeah.
So it's a crazy landscape nowadays. However, my parents, my mentors and coaches, they told me, hey, it's time to go, pushing me out a little bit.
Yeah.
And
were you
at
ready
that point,
to go?
It's the right decision.
Ready? Were you ready?
I don't know if I'm ready. It requires such a new skill set. You need to have your mental game and physical game on a whole nother level. College is great. However, the NFL is just a monstrosity of another game. So I need to improve a lot. However, the people around me think I'm ready. I mean, Mr. Burleson, if you think I'm ready,
you play
so much NFL.
You're ready,
Mr.
Burleson.
If that's your sample of approval, let's go.
I know when I met him in the green room, he said, I was watching you when I was a little kid. I appreciate that. It makes me feel a little old, but I appreciate that.
You know, it was interesting. He said that he didn't realize how big this was. I go, we're all talking about it, but your dad was saying you guys were in a bubble. You didn't realize this is so huge. When did it dawn on you how big this is? What's happening to you?
Well, Bloomington, great city.
Yes.
And great town. It is like super college, super IU patriotic. And in that town, it's always crazy. It's been crazy since week one. And I didn't realize that. I thought it was just a Bloomington thing. I didn't realize that it was a national level. It's a national championship.
Sure. Yeah.
But I didn't realize it was like a national level craze. Okay, Miami, the Hoosiers, this whole thing going on, probably on this great show.
Yes.
And, after stepping out and winning, which thank God we won because it would have been devastating if we didn't. Downloaded social media, saw the YouTube videos. I'm like, wow, this is huge.
Yes.
This is huge. And I think it helped me because I was so laser focused and tunnel visioned on the task at hand rather than get caught up in all the externalities.
But we were saying this as we were celebrating your win, that your personal story is so inspiring, not just to us, but to millions of people who are watching, not just Hoosiers.
Yeah.
The love that your father has for your mom, one of the things that we learn is your father never stands when he's cheering for you, he sits because your mom is suffering from MS. Talk to me about what it was like for you to just lean at her side and show her that you just won the national championship.
That was my favorite moment of the game. I love the game. I love when you dove into the end zone, all that good stuff. But my favorite moment was head-to-head with your mom, your dad.
It was so beautiful.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
What were you thinking?
Yeah. So my parents are so great, and they've taught me what true love is, what true commitment and true passion is. And I've, had the responsibility to carry that out, whether it's football career, as a son, as a brother, and to see them have that true love and commitment and fight the battle and have the optimism they have every single day, it's inspired myself. And they've always harped on myself that although it's been a huge underdog story, hey, in our eyes, you're the top dog. You're the top dog.
So it didn't bother you when you walked on at the University of Miami and how sweet it is to defeat Miami in the national
championship? Oh, no, it bothered me. It bothered me. I'm not going to say I'm some type of emotionalist guy. Like, it bothered me. And there was a lot of emotions, especially being at the game.
Yes.
Seeing people, a lot of people text me from home, hey, I'm at the game.
Yeah.
Looking up in the crowd, being like, wow, that's where, I watched NFL games, a lot of University of Miami games where I had my face painted, going crazy for the Canes. There was a lot of emotions there. However, I know my why. I don't do it for, the externalities or, to prove Miami fans wrong. I do it to make my family proud.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Vlad mentioned your parents and, what they have done for you, sacrificed for you. It did just stop when you got to college. I heard that your father got an apartment near the campus to keep you guys somewhat grounded. Kind of explain that and what it meant for you while you were in college when there is so much chaos surrounding you.
Yeah, so it was cheaper to get an apartment than to book hotels because it's so crazy to book hotels in, college towns. Yeah. And it was kind of funny. Whenever I go over to the apartment, I see some of my teammates living in the same apartment, so it was like my parents living the college lifestyle without me knowing.
But it was a great place for you to kind of unplug and decompress.
It's a great place for myself to unplug and decompress. And, you know, seeing them there, seeing them, the whole entire, what we call Mendoza Mafia, like the Cuban culture is so tight, them rolling deep to every single game, at least 15 family members every game, game one to all the way to the national championship. It's been so inspiring for me, my brothers, and just my entire family. Has that tight-knit connection, whether we're on top or on the bottom, they're always there rolling deep.
Yeah, I still go back to your mom, though, Fernando, for me, and your dad and your family. Clearly, Max blew us away with his introduction. But you're doing a fundraiser. Your mom has been living with multiple sclerosis for a very long time. You talked about how she used to drive you everywhere, and she's still your #1 fan along with your family. But the fundraiser, tell us about that and why that's so important to you.
Yeah, so my family and I, we know the struggle. And we know the fight it takes. And to raise awareness for other families, other people struggling, and overcoming this battle, we know that we can overcome this battle with the raised awareness and the right people putting their right foot forward on this issue. And we've, you know, thankfully, thanks to God, we've raised over $170,000 out of our $250,000 goal. And you know, I can't shout out enough, you know, the Indiana fandom, everyone that has donated. And after every game, I see it, you know, increase. And I'm like, all right, we got to make the next game increase a little bit. And
just do a couple more moves of you just diving into the end zone. Because when you went, I thought, is he hurt? Is he hurt? In that moment, what are you thinking?
At that moment, it's a quarterback draw. And I'm supposed to run left. All of a sudden, I run right. It's like I missed the exit on Google Maps. I'm out of the way, and then I'm like a human pinball right now.
Look at
Reached
that.
out,
Unbelievable.
And human instinct just took over there. It was a great play. I'm not much of a runner, so, you know, seeing
Couldn't
that.
tell.
As a passing quarterbacks always dream of having an epic run. So that was like the cherry on top.
Well, listen, you are on an epic run with your career, and it's not going to stop now.
Is he going to be in Vegas? Raiders have #1 pick.
That's right.
You like Vegas?
Good luck playing with Tom Brady.
Fernando Mendoza, congratulations, my brother.
Thank you so
Everything
much.
is happening to you for a reason. We're here for it.
Mendoza Mafia.